The following video is designed by Micro-Optical Solutions for the analysis of asphalt shingles. The program will determine automatically the difference between the coverage of stones versus epoxy. I'm now going to open up the program, which is run in an Image Pro Plus image analysis format. To start the program, you can enter in the tested person's name, and that's mine. We can put in a project. I'll call it analysis. We can put in a description. I'll put in brown shingle. And what we'll do is we have different Excel spreadsheets. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up an Excel spreadsheet and reduce that. Now, when I go into the program again and I say next, it's going to tell me to load its sample, which I have in my Zoom optical stand, which I can send you a picture of later. This is the live image. I'm going to uncross my polarizers and I'm going to focus. This is the epoxy, this black area. These are the stones. Next, it says to cross this to the darkest position, which I do. I'm going to say next and say yes, and it converts it to a grayscale image. Now it's going to automatically or semi-automatically try to identify the epoxy. I want to improve this a little bit, so if I say no, I can use this slider to basically try to identify what I want. And once that's done, I say OK. It's now going to request that I move to the second position, and I'll say yes. So now I move to the second position. I'm going to again open up the polarizers. I'm going to focus on the epoxy. I'm going to now cross these and go through the same procedure. We're going to do this a series of 5 times, which is what we've selected. And I'm going to say no, and I'll make a slight adjustment like that, and I'll say OK, and we'll do this again. That's the number 2, and we'll say yes. So let's go to number 3, and we'll uncross them, and focus looks good, so I'll say next, next. I'm going to go back because what I did is I'm going to cross the polars. I forgot to cross the polars. You can go back. So I'll say next, and next, and yes, and finish. So this is site 3. So you can go back to different positions. I'm going to go to this position like that, and we'll say OK. And I'll say yes. So now we're going to go to site 4. Uncross the polars. We'll say next. I'm going to cross the polars. The polarizers is what I mean. And then we go here and say finish. I'm going to adjust that slightly again. Each sample may require a slight adjustment depending upon brown, red, or other shingles and the reflectivity. And now we're going to go to the last site, which is 5. Say next, cross the polarizers. Say yes, finish. This one looks good, so I'm just going to say yes, I'm going to accept that. Once this is done, I can open up my Excel spreadsheet, which is here. And if I go to the top of the sheet and hit report, now what's happened is it's automatically loaded in all my images. On the left you'll notice it gives % coverage, and at the bottom it has the average of 5 different samples, and it gives you the epoxy versus the stones. This is the end of my video. You can call me on 978-255-2220 or access my email at jr schneider at Comcast.net. Thank you for your time.